For you were called to freedom, brothers and sisters. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for self-indulgence, but through love become slaves to one another. For the whole law is summed up in a single commandment: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. If, however, you bite and devour one another, take care that you are not consumed by one another.
Loving your neighbor as yourself is taking yourself out of yourself to putting yourself in someone else's shoes, but also really thinking about how you would want to be treated. Not just like, okay, I can understand their situation. It's trying to empathize and actively be kind and compassionate to the people around me by not just understanding someone's situation, but also loving someone in spite of their situation. It's the extra step that you take when putting yourself in someone else's shoes. This general be nice to everyone, be kind to everyone, regardless of how they have treated you. Being kind to a stranger is the best thing that you could do for them because they really needed it, and you never know the impact that you could have on someone's life. Loving your neighbor as yourself, it's a selfless act. It's kind of the best gauge to use when being kind to someone.
To love your neighbor as yourself is to love them as much as you love yourself equally and regardless of difference and the hardships that they go through. And also to treat them as they want to be treated, not just as you would want to be treated.
To me, to love your neighbor as yourself really comes down to seeking to see the other person, to have empathy, to be able to see them. I don't always do that, and it's a reminder to me to not just look at the way I look at things, but try to really look at the way they look at things and then sense their felt need. So many times I forget about the other person might have these things going on in their lives, whether it's a sick parent they're worried about or job situation, but to try to be cognizant of that and care about that.
I think the only way you can love your neighbor as yourself is by understanding your neighbor and listening to them, and only then you can truly love them.
To love your neighbor as yourself is to help free those who are enslaved and then become a slave to them.